Mike Marlar recently explained why he joined Skyline Racing after a 10-year run with Ronnie Delk and Delk Racing. Just to give you a recap, Marlar and Delk announced that they would split ways early back at the end of October, basically saying that their last run would be the 43rd annual Dirt Track World Championship at Eldora Speedway. This press release here from MSR Mafia says Mike Marlar made his final laps around the Ronnie Delk owned 157. While the dynamic duo's run together has come to an end, it's not a sad ending. My first weekend with Ronnie was in late October 2013 at Smoky Mountain Speedway. The first night we broke an engine, and I thought we might be finished before we even got started, but that wasn't Ronnie's style. He came to my shop the next morning with an engine in the back of his truck. We put it in, and we won $10,000 that night. Then it was off to the races. Ronnie and I have accomplished a lot in the past decade, and he's been the absolute best friend and car owner a person could ever ask for. A few days later, in another press release, it would be revealed that Marlar would race for Skyline Motorsports. He said, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to start a new era in my racing career with Skyline Motorsports. We're going to make our debut together at the dirt track at Charlotte during the World Finals and go from there. This is an exciting time for me. And again, I can't thank the Bruning family enough for this opportunity. He would, in his first appearance in the new, what is he's calling it here, the old Red Horn, he won at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Thursday night World of Outlaws World Finals event. And he spoke with Flow Racing about why he decided to join Skyline Racing and join the team. So let's take a listen and hear what he has to say.
This week, Mike Marlar announced that he's got a new ride for the 2024 season that kicks off this weekend here at World Finals at Charlotte. Tell us a little bit about that. We see Skyline here. How did this ride come together for you?
Well, I was been driving for Ronnie for years and years, and 5 years ago, Ronnie and I, we kind of had a 5-year plan, and it was coming to the end, and I was actually going to start driving for Greg and Tyler at that point, and we ended up not doing the deal. Ronnie stayed in, and we did for another 5 years. So now that me and Ronnie's 10 years over, I'm gonna start driving for Skyline now, and it should be a good deal. It's been something in the back of our minds for a while, and it came together. We didn't ever think it would, but it has. So here we are.
When you're with a team,
and clearly they're off to a start, as they did indeed win that $15,000 race on Thursday night in the World of Outlaws World Finals.
For so long, you get used to each other's tendencies. So how important is this weekend here at Charlotte to start to get used to new people's tendencies when you go into next season?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have actually a lot of new people. I got a new team, a new team owner, but Zeb there, that crews for Tyler. I've known Zeb a long time, and Josh and Jerry and Cody's with me. That's always been with us, so it's just really not a whole lot of change, honestly. Like I say, man, Ronnie's last race was 2 weeks ago, and wish that could have went on forever, but we just it was just time. He's kind of accomplished what he wanted to accomplish in the sport, and we did a lot together, and now we're off to a new deal. So, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fine, I believe, and not a lot of change. Really, we got the same cars, same engines. He actually bought some of Ronnie's equipment that we had, so with an engine and some stuff. So, and the same guys. So just be a different, a few small difference changes, but not a lot.
So what's the plan for beyond this weekend and into next season? Like, what series are you going to be running? Are you going to be running with the series or just chasing big races?
Well, we haven't really made a decision on that. There's been so much going on with just finalizing the deal, and we sold all of Ronnie's team, so that's been a big undertaking doing all that. So now that's kind of behind us, and we got this car built. We just barely got it done to get here, So we don't rule anything out, but we don't really have a big plan on really anything going forward. We're just going to try to win some races, and Greg has hopes of having a top-notch team, and being he kind of said he wants to when we roll in, people know that we can win. So I think that's the primary focus, and then if that ends up being a series, then someday we may do that.
Well, I think with Mike Marlar behind the wheel, you can indeed roll up to a place and know that they are going to win. The guy has an incredible track record. I know I watched a bunch of his races this year. I felt like every time he was on the track, he was one of the people that could get in there and mix it up, even when he wasn't running a lot on the Lucas Oil late model dirt series. When he showed up to one of the races, though, he was a top competitor. He was winning heat races. He was challenging for the wins. He won a couple of them. Let's just kind of take a look at his record here and show that as a testimony. See here over at myracepass.com, Marlar was in 76 events this year. He won 12. He had 34 top fives and 47 top tens. So he was indeed, when he showed up, he was a threat to win and a threat to be in the top five. Almost half of his races, he was in the top five that he entered. So Mike Marlar is definitely someone that you can count on. When he shows up at a track, he is someone that it could be that he's there to win. And I look forward to seeing him compete moving forward with this team in the future.